Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here. I wanted to come on and make my first video ever, just introducing myself and letting you know who I am. So my name is Sydney and I am a full-time working homeschool mom of 2 young children. We live in Utah and predominantly we are in Utah County, which is something all on its own, and it's something I want to talk about more in the future. But just for today, I'm just going to kind of let you know my background and who I am and why I started a YouTube channel. So I'm so happy that you have decided to click on this and get to know me a little bit more. I want to start today with just explaining my school experience first and what it was like for me going to school. I grew up and was raised in the public school system. I went all the way from K to high school, and I had a pretty rough school experience. I was that child who would cry every time my mom dropped me off in elementary school, and who dreaded going to junior high and dreaded going to high school. It wasn't until I was in high school that I started to develop just horrible anxiety about school. I got anxiety so bad that I actually stopped going in my 11th grade year of high school. We tried to do, in those days it was doing packets and doing all the things you needed to do to get your diploma and that sort of thing. But I ended up I stopped going. And afterwards, I got my GED and I decided I wanted to go to cosmetology school. So that's what I did. I am now a licensed cosmetologist. I'm also a licensed cosmetology instructor. So I worked in salons for many years after graduating cosmetology school when I decided I want to go back to school and study psychology. I want to become a school counselor. I want to be someone who can help kids that were in my shoes when I was in high school. And my husband at the time was actually also getting his degree in psychology, and he wanted to go on to get maybe some sort of doctoral degree in either psychology or psychiatry. So we were kind of both on the same path in life, and we both loved the field of psychology. So during my schooling, I worked with dozens of children in the school system. I worked predominantly in the elementary years with students. And I got to see firsthand a lot of what it was actually like for these little ones going to school. And I realized, gosh, not much has changed since I was in school. There is still the children who are crying when their parents drop them off. There are the children who are really struggling academically, and the teachers just can't help them. And I saw firsthand children being denied recess time to have additional reading instruction, and it just wasn't a pretty picture. I didn't realize at the time I would be homeschooling today, but looking back, that should have been a pretty big red flag for me. So I was nearing the end of my degree when me and my husband actually became pregnant with our daughter, who is now almost 6. And this really changed the trajectory of our lives. We realized, I don't think either of us want to keep continuing on with schooling. I don't think either of us want careers where we will be away from our children most of the day. It just didn't make sense. Once you become a parent, and I know all of you parents out there can probably relate to this, once you become a parent, your whole world revolves around your kids, and you want nothing more than to be with your children and to have as much time with them as possible. Childhood is so short. At least that's how me and my husband felt at the time and still do today. So we were also working for my parents at the time. They own their own company, and we just decided, I think working for my parents would be the best thing for us and our family. It would provide us the flexibility we're looking for. It would provide us more quality time with our kids. It would allow me to be able to work from home half of the time and work out of the home some of the time. It just made the most sense. So that is where we are at today. We no longer really use our degrees in psychology except for with our families now. And having that degree has been a huge blessing, having children, and especially now homeschooling. We use it so much in our homeschooling and so much with parenting. But we really just decided to work for my parents to have the flexibility and to be where we are today. So I wanted to just come on today and share who I am and what my background is. I will be making a video next explaining why we decided to start homeschooling, because at this part in our journey that I've shared with you so far, we had never considered homeschooling. That had never been on our radar. It wasn't anything I grew up with or my husband. I didn't really know anyone who was ever homeschooled my whole life. And we didn't know we'd be homeschooling. So that is a story all in its own, and I'm going to get into it with you in my next video. So you'll for sure want to stick around to see that if you're curious how I got here. But I wanted to also share just what my mission is with starting a YouTube channel, why I started this, why I decided to start sharing my life, because this is very scary to come on here and share my life with you guys, to share what it's like for us to homeschool. I mean, this is my heart. This is my heart and soul. This is my family. So I felt like it was really important to come on here and share my story and our journey, because I think homeschooling is so stigmatized, and I am sick of it, is how I feel. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people thinking our kids are going to be weird if they're homeschooled. I'm sick of people thinking our kids are unsocialized. I'm sick of people thinking the school system can do it better than us, because it's not true. If you want to homeschool, you can homeschool. Homeschooling is not for everybody, but it is for a lot more people than you think it is. It is the most beautiful journey I've ever been on. I am so, so grateful to be homeschooling my children. I am so grateful for this extra time that I get with them. I started this channel because I was getting questions all the time of how I do this. Sydney, how do you work and homeschool? How do you balance it all? And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy. But I've put systems into place, and I have molded my life to fit all of this in, because I think it is so important, because my children only have one childhood and I've only got one shot at this. And I want to make it the best childhood possible, so that when they become adults one day, they thank me. They thank me for homeschooling them. They thank me for all the time that we had, and that we have a beautiful relationship in the future. I hope that you guys get out of this channel that you can do this if your heart is tugging at you to do this. It is scary, so scary. I have been there. And sometimes this path can feel so, so lonely. There have been too many days that I have just felt completely alone on this journey. And where we live, homeschooling isn't very common. At least it doesn't seem very common until you're in it and you know the homeschooling community and you realize a lot of people are doing it, but no one's talking about it. It can feel really lonely, especially where I don't have any friends or family who are doing it also. I really wish that I did. It would make this not feel so lonely sometimes, but that's okay. I'm on my own journey over here, and I have absolutely no regrets. So I just want to be that person who can hold your hand, who can offer you friendship, who can offer you guidance. I don't know it all. I'm still, I am just finishing up my first year of homeschooling. I still have so much to learn, obviously, but I have learned a lot so far. I did probably close to a year of research before I even took this leap. And there's so much to learn. And I've just gained a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge along this journey that I hope I can share with you. I am so passionate about motherhood, about fitness, about my work, about cherishing our children's childhoods. I'm also so passionate about fitting everything into your life that you want out of life. If you want something, you can do it. If you want to homeschool your children, you can do it. And I am here for you. I'm so happy you're on this journey with me. I can't wait to share more with you guys. I will be posting days in the life videos of how I balance all of this, what our homeschool days look like, what kind of curriculum we use, and just so much more. I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.